The same song. We go.
Alright. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Deep into my sleep, I hear you call my name. Here I am, my Lord, speak into my life. Speak, Lord, I'm listening. Speak softly, just one more time. I wanna hear your voice, see you face to face. Wanna feel a heartbeat, presence all around me. I wanna hear your voice, see you face to face. Wanna feel a heartbeat, presence all around me. Just one more time, Lord. Just one more time, Lord. Just one more time, Lord. Just one more time.
Yes, sir. So if you're catching us, yeah. Now let's do this. You know, most of the times people could be watching in. Yeah. Sometimes they get to miss out. Sometimes you know, they get to watch thereafter on, let me say, our social media or YouTube. Yeah. Señorito, if it's letting him do any other song because he's so much into gospel, yeah. It's okay to call it or it's okay to like an introduction.
It's okay to like an introduction. You know, I just apart from singing, I just like hearing him speaking.
Speaking.
Yeah. Talking. Let him do the introduction. It is okay.
You like him to talk or where So for the people who are watching in maybe and it is the first time and last time they get to miss out, you know, and right now what is it that you would tell them?
Wow, I just want to thank everyone that supported Record Chigunda.
Yeah.
Let's go! Thank you for supporting Samie Music. I'm so humbled. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you tuning in, listening in, and loving the music. So thank you.
Simple background. Background, you know, because I've noticed it's much of Alinga music where can have listened to country music, yeah, and they do that kind of music, you know. Then to jet kuluyimba umuli cartoon.
So Samuel Avinsinguza, full names. I go by Samie Smilz. Actually, I was born and raised in a small village in western Uganda. Went to village schools, but while I was there, that's when I fell in love with music when one of my friends walked in with a guitar. And this is what happened. For the whole night, I tried to figure out how to play guitar and I failed. And I promised myself that I will learn this instrument. And so this is how far it has brought me. So really through high school, I was into high school choirs, singing. And that's what nurtured my passion for writing music like this. Because we'd listen to Hillsong music, gospel music like that. So when I started doing music, I really looked for ways to blend Western music with our African music. So that's why sometimes it's blended, sometimes it sounds like Western.
So Racho Kolanyo gospel.
Gospel, because I'm a born-again Christian, and for me, singing music, you see, I've come to realize that everything is meaningless without God. Like, we can do our stuff, we can live life, we can do life. But when you think about it, sometimes there are some moments that you cannot explain but only say by the grace of God. And really, most of the songs I write are from my personal experiences with the journey I've walked with God. Now, let me tell you, it hasn't been a straight road. I've messed up, I've made mistakes, but still those mistakes have inspired the songs I write. Like this song, I wrote it, getting it from, kind of going into the Bible briefly. There's a story of Samson. Yeah. Samson, one day everything was stacked against him. The enemies were parting before him, and he asked God for just one more time. And he really, really changed the whole game. And I remember Samuel when as a young boy trying to listen to the Lord. So those are the things that inspired. And that's what I take in. So
let's if you say, you know, if it comes to the latest song, yeah it is also Lord. Like personal stuff, you know. So if for you, you wrote it because it was personal experience.
Yeah.
So what is it, that personal experience that you wanted to communicate to the people who could listen in or who could watch in, and to make even matters worse? You know, Ugandans yagala video na aberam. And when it comes to animated videos, sometimes they're the most expensive.
Yeah.
Even the factory cartoon. So let's get its background from the composition, from that experience you got out of it to the video.
Wow. So Speak Lord, when I was imagining, visualizing this song, I thought of if Anderson, you sat before God face to face, and he wasn't judging you what he said, you tell me anything, what would you tell him? I mean, like, what would you say? So I really thought, like, there's not so much I can talk to God about. Instead, I would want to hear from him.
Yeah.
And that's why it says, Speak Lord, I'm listening. And I got it. I also wrote it for someone who feels like life is stacked against them. Like they feel like life has punched them in the face and they just don't know how they can get back up. And I felt like when we ask God just to speak just one more time, it could change everything. So this song is to encourage everyone who feels like life has backed them in the corner. That honestly, like everything, not all choices are gone. We can turn back to God. And it doesn't matter if you're Christian or not, we all believe that there is a superpower. That superpower is God. And we can turn to him and say, help me out. Speak, Lord, I'm listening, even just one more time. So, yeah, you go ahead.
Because at the end of the day, you do your gospel, but at the end of the day, it's not paid. Yeah? Fresh kid, Banteka, then he does victim, you know, and you know, he's being booked all over, and he's not doing gospel, and he's earning, I would say, it's easy to correct me.
Yeah.
Right now, I would say he's earning basically more than you, a 7-year-old, more than you. Basically, omuntu ona omufumbo, right? Omusajja omufumbo. So, but yet if you go, you know, secular, they're doing their thing, and you know, bafunamu ebintu bingi. Yeah, tugenda funa mukazi kubanga omukazi wali. Number one, tugenda funa basically it is mine, unless you're like nze kanyimbire Katonda ajja kumpa emikisa.
Man, it's a really tough pill to swallow. The reality is, I mean, this thing, I don't do gospel music just, but it's a ministry to me. But I want to, it's a ministry, but it's also a ministry that I believe will feed me. But I feel that your question is, why do you keep doing gospel music when you can do other songs, secular? Truthfully, there's a lot of money in gospel music, but we haven't just experienced it. It's not that gospel music there is not money. Look at pastors. Pastors have got money.
Pastor bayai.
Baba.
You get the point, because they are basically bafunana katonoli kalimu Yesu yangambye, you know, but now you're doing music because now this video katonda si yajikutte. You get that, Signorito? God did not do the video. God is not the one who is going to promote. It is you. So at the end of the day, if you're doing mirimu gya Katonda, it also has to pay. Unless you're like, you know, tugenda kubanga tukola charity. This is a charity thing. Nti omanyi, kati munanga wo inayo choina, wereza munanga. Because if it's making money, you could be like, you know what? And these people give me money. Or you do gigs, you know, live performances where you go perform and then they pay for it.
Man, so here's one thing I must admit, Anderson. From my experience, there's so much to learn on how to monetize gospel music. There's so much that we need to learn for us who are in the industry. For me, my commitment is, when I was starting to sing, one of the things I asked myself, when I die, how will people know that I was talented in singing? So really, that is one of the things that inspired me to come into music. That's why the songs I write, I believe will outlast me. Someone 20, 30, 50 years.
If I do my concert, nengambo manyi, nzenda kutegekerayo ka concert. Tugenda kuserena. Nze organize nze buli kimu nzataddemu amagye ogenda kujoyimbire abantu ba Katonda kubeerere sigenda kutuwa amagye naye nze ndi businessman ku mulyango bagenda sasula. Would you sing for God for free?
Kati gwampise Go back in for you, they are going to pay. No.
Yes.
If it is that arrangement, no.
But you're singing for what, Señorito?
You are misinterpreting him. Of course, working is part of like living a happy life. But if at all someone decides to express their love, like
no, now you're expressing your love.
and you are expressing it, but if at all other people are earning, why not you? As in,
gospel kati amajja gavaayo gato. You're doing nice videos, so how are you making money?
Wow. So this is what I believe.
Because it will be very bad for me to say it's because you're married to a muzungu, omuzungu yatekamu sente.
That's a good way of asking that question. But here's the thing: what I do personally, I don't feel like, again, we have learned in the gospel industry how to monetize the industry very well. Here's one thing I know. For example, we have very few managers that are managing artists in the gospel industry. And I think because of the lack of management has caused lack of entrepreneurship. Yeah. That an artist can be really good, but there's that business side that an artist is not good at. So I believe that one thing that can change the game is when some people out there decide we can have more management, professional management.
The good thing, you know what to solve and what to work out. So what have you done about it when it comes to you and your music? Because now I want you to tell me, like, Kolaba, with me Smile, this is what I'm doing. I've at least monetized my gospel music, and because I have to make more videos, I have to entertain my people. So, Nangamaja, Nkola went, not all of them. I want you to represent you alone.
So me personally, what I've done so far, I've realized that one of my biggest audiences is Western, people in the West. So I've put my music on iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify. I've begun to monetize on that. The second thing I'm working on personally to monetize my music is YouTube. Yeah. Because I know, since I'm doing quality videos, if I can raise my audience well, it will eventually pay me. In fact, me, in this game of music, I am focusing on building my YouTube audience so it can pay me like 30 million a month. Yeah. And I know it will take time, but it is possible. Yes. And it can pay me more than performances in a month. Yeah. So for me, business-wise, I'm looking at two things: YouTube and monetization of iTunes and what. And also, personally, what I'm targeting in the next few months is actually to enter the Western platform. Because those guys understand live music, the kind of music I do. And I've been chatting with some of the gospel music, gospel artists that have done concerts there. They have earned well because those guys understand what we do.
Oh, good music, of course they do understand, yeah.
So for me, that's what I'm looking at, honestly.
This is what we're going to be doing, yeah? Smile is still going to be here. Which one was your biggest gig? Nogamba boy. When I call Nafuna, the biggest gig, how much did you earn?
In Uganda?
Digits, Nogamba money, at least score Nafuna million in Gabi.
No, I've not made that kind of money in music yet. Honestly. I've only been doing this for 2 years. Now 2 years should be enough to monetize it well, but I've not yet really monetized my music well.
Do you have management so far?
No, I do my management. I do it myself.
So, but in case people are calling you for bookings, they call again personally you. If it comes on all these social media platforms where you put your music, which is monetized, Baba inakuandika muchi.
Samie Smilz.
Samie Smilz. How do they spell that?
S-A-M-I-E.
S-M-I-L-Z.
That's right. Yes.
That's right.
Against me.
It is syndicated.
So for Maurice Kia, what do you think about his music? Because basically he always puts on a baby coffee and you know he's nice and polite, and you're basically doing the same thing. Kumbe kana mwekopa.
Name Uganda. Maurice Kia has changed the game. Before Maurice Kia, I didn't know any artist that was doing what he does. So he started a line of creativity that I feel like for him, one thing he has done for the industry is that has created a line of option. I see people like, you know, I've seen other artists that have followed the same, and people say that I do it like Maurice Kia, and that's fine, I don't mind that.
Power is there, you know.
Hey, but one day I had a conversation with Maurice Kia about how does the industry work, how do you monetize it? And you see, monetizing music is more than selling the music, but the brand that you become and what you represent, who you connect with, who you work with, maybe other businesses that come as a result of having a brand.
Yeah.
So I'm challenged to also build my own brand as Samie Smilz. You know?
Okay, this is what got me doing. I've been seeing your messages when it comes to our Facebook page, which is Record TV Uganda. Of course, Smilz is still here.
Yeah, and our congratulations upon your award.
Thank
the
you.
Award, of course, we are going to be showing them how it went down.
Yeah. Wow.
Samie again of an award here.
This is what we're going to be doing. Let's just go in for a short break.
Yeah.
After that, from there, moment is going to be coming through. I told you today we're going to be having a couple of artists. Nayati Danga, Samie Smilz, of course, is still here. Yeah? So let's just go in for this little.
Yes, and of course, this is the moment at least most of the people have been waiting for. This is the Coke Studio moment. And Ngablijo to later different artists, Neshobalaga, some of the performances, Ezali, Ezakabi. Of course, we are going to be doing this for an entire year. Ngablijo to later some of those performances. And when it comes to Friday, we bring an artist, profiling, you get to know more about the artist. And surprisingly, today we are bringing in Mose Radio. Mose Radio's tribute, of course. Yali mu Coke Studio, never call a tribute here, wano kuluno bamitani, Wizo Manizo Readayo. And it was so great, you know, different producers, nebabelanga bamuogerako, and different managers, different artists, nebabelanga bamuogerako, how it went down during Mose Radio's time.
Let me ask
Samie Smilz.
When it comes to some of the artists against the Coke Studio, what some of the Ugandans know gamba man, even if it's not from Uganda, naingali from any other country, and you're like, boss, or you are man.
Honestly, when it comes to, because I'm a musician, I tend to appreciate almost everyone based on what I've accomplished. By the time someone goes to Coke Studio, really, it means they are good in one way or another.
Does it mean that they are the best ever?
No. In fact, let me tell you the truth. I confidently believe that the best singers are nowhere. We're not hearing them. But some people have, number one, the passion, the artistry,
aggressiveness.
I don't even tell you that I'm the best in what I do. But sometimes passion consumes you and you're like, I have to do this. Whether you like it or not, you'll appreciate what they can do. That's enough.
So when you look at, because today we are going to be showing
Mose Radio.
So when it comes to radio and his music, what do you think?
Man.
His compositions.
You know, his music was moving. Even if it is a love story, you feel like he was communicating to the heart. Not just dancing, but every lyric was written like to reach deep in the heart. I feel like his music was so emotional in a way. And the way he would deliver it was so vulnerable that you'd feel sorry for him. But you're like, she broke your heart for real? So I love his work.
This is what we're going to be doing, Of course, Smilz, you're going to be watching this one, And don't forget, the local, of course, is also going to be chipping in a little bit. But for now, let's first in, Irene, I also got you. But of course, I'm going to be reading your messages a little bit later. And now, you had promised us, Okuba Yakaimba Kona, which is not gospel music. Very beautiful. Toka tubulira ogenda kakuba then tujja kabuka.
Wow.
Which one?
Akatali gospel.
Non gospel. Any other artist nayenga abantu bayagala nnyo akayimba.
Can you guess it?
I want it when it's slow.
You are my African queen, girl of my dreams. You take me where I never been. Na na na, you are my African queen. You take me where I never been. Yeah. Just the other day. Now I was like,
then which one can we go for? Any for radio? Any?
For radio.
It seemed like you knew and you followed him so much. Cut any from him.
Man, he had so much good music.
Any.
Which one?
Let him do. What is it called? To chikole nera to be called nera.
But lyrics is again that's
I'm going to sing. Nera 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 nera. Sawanila nako jagala kusuta. Masanyo masanyo kwe wana kumbirita. Yekwe kwenina amanye chile munda. Nakuwa mutima kwa chuma sunichusa. Oyagalanga nyongeza natumiza.
So for the people now,
so much good
bookings
music
for any business. So would you call the social media handles? WhatsApp maybe.
Okay. Yeah, there's a number you can WhatsApp on. 0785
0785
001 330.
330. Let's repeat that number again. It is
0785
0785
001 330.
330. So
Yes.
as we are winding up, what is it like you would love to tell Ugandans, more so when it comes to your music and Smilz himself?
First, I'd like to urge Ugandans to follow me on my social media channels, Samie Smilz everywhere, especially YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and Twitter. And secondly, I'm preparing a special in partnership with Power FM. We are working on something massive happening next month on 26th. I would like to invite all Samie music fans to join us. It's going to be amazing.
I know.